This segment is sponsored by Columbus Makes Art.
Well, Chris Leyva likes live theater. In fact, he likes to contribute to it.
That's right, Sean. And he contributes to our local art scene as a playwright, a director, theater teacher, and an animator.
Wow.
Here's more on Chris Leyva, a man who inspires Columbus to make art.
I'm Chris Leyva, I'm a playwright, and I wrote the play Dinosaur Discovery, a talk about paleontology by Dr. Kramer. Dinosaur Discovery is a short play about a doctor giving a PowerPoint presentation on an amazing discovery he's made here in Ohio about dinosaurs. Dr. Kramer is one of those people who makes a discovery but then makes all the wrong conclusions about what should be done about that discovery or what the discovery actually means. You start to think that he's a very silly, funny character, kind of has a few screws loose, and then you realize, no, he has a great many screws loose and he's a very dangerous guy. So as I was writing this particular play, a lot of the idea is, how can I get them involved? How can I get them to take ownership of a moment? How can I get them to laugh at the exact right thing? And then how can I get them to laugh at the exact wrong thing that they maybe might feel bad for laughing at a little bit later on? For Dr. Kramer, it allows me to be experimental with things. It allows me to try something that might be a crazy idea or an inappropriate idea. And I really appreciate that Mad Lab itself as a theater really welcomes the unexpected and the experimental. And it's nice that we here in Columbus have a theater that prides itself on new work and trying out things that are just completely off the beaten path.
When I read this show, I was like, yeah, we're doing this show. And all of us on our reading committee agreed with that very quickly and unanimously. One of the cool things is we develop relationships with the playwrights, but also since it's a new work, you can kind of work with the playwright and be like, hey, I had an idea. And sometimes they'll be like, no, don't touch a word of my show. It's great. And they have the last word. And other times, you know, they can work with you. This show in particular involves a slide that Chris described, and we kind of went a different direction with it, and so we wanted to make sure he signed off on that. So it's nice to have those relationships and kind of have a part in developing that new piece. And for the actors too, that's kind of the thing, is like, not everything's a world premiere here, but they're newer pieces, so actors can really make it their own. They're not putting their spin on Romeo from Romeo and Juliet or whatever. They might be originating this role, and so they're that person, and so that's also exciting.
I just love what theater does, where the audience is right there. The audience is there and experiencing something together. And in theater, which is different from movies, the actors are right there and they're able to share in that experience. You know, the way that you have this immediate relationship going on from what's happening here on stage to what's going on in the audience, it's amazing, and it can't be replaced by any other art form, and that's why I love writing for the theater.
There's almost always something going on at Mad Lab, and if you can't find it at madlab.net or on our social media, then somebody's doing something wrong, which is probably me. But there's almost always something going on here, whether it's Mad Lab or one of our friendly theater companies in Columbus.
Come see Theater Roulette, whichever night you can make it to Mad Lab Christmas. Go to madlab.net to see showtimes, to get your tickets. And if you're a playwright, you can also see information about how to submit your plays to be part of Theater Roulette next year. So madlab.net.
Perfect. Anything else you wanted to get out?
Just that. I think that's it. No words. Just, So, is that okay? Did that?
That was perfect.